15 stringent rules NFL cheerleaders have to live by. Cheerleaders can be punished for embarrassing behavior. They only make money for practice hours. Even veterans risk being cut each season. There are more rules. 1. They have regular weigh-ins. Baltimore Ravens cheerleaders are weighed regularly. They must maintain an ideal weight. Failing can lead to suspension. Bengals cheerleaders must be within 3 pounds of their ideal. 2. Cheerleaders must stand during games. They cheer for players from the sidelines, but sitting is not allowed, regardless of game length. 3. Cheerleaders can be fined for infractions. Oakland Raiderettes handbook lists fines. Wrong pom-poms or unpolished boots mean a $10 fine. Forgetting any uniform parts meant losing that day's pay. Raiderettes are trained in body language and dining etiquette. 4. Cheerleaders face rules, even when off-duty. They cannot fraternize with players. This means no talking, autographs, or social media interactions. Some teams prohibit dining where players eat. Teams control what cheerleaders post online. The Baltimore Ravens cannot pose nude or semi-nude. Ravens are also banned from doing tasteless films, photos, or bikini contests. 5. Cheerleaders cannot have multicolored hair. This came up in a lawsuit against the Buffalo Bills. The Bills banned unnatural colors. They also prohibited trendy styles, like ombre or highlights. Any color change required approval. 6. Even veteran cheerleaders risk being cut each season. Most teams have a few dozen cheerleaders. They must re-audition every year to stay on the team. New Orleans Saints cheerleaders max out after 4 years. 7. Some teams have cheerleaders hand out calendars. For years, Saints sold bikini calendars. They had to approach drinking fans outside the stadium to sell them. Not selling 20 meant going through the stands. A former cheerleader said,
"You walk by a guy, and you're afraid you're going to get touched."
8. They must talk to fans and officials, but handbooks control conversation topics. Mentioning the weather is deemed desperate. Personal talk or jokes are likewise prohibited. 9. They can only take water breaks when the team is on offense. 10. Cheerleaders cannot miss practice. Missing practice can get them dismissed. Some teams require 5 practices per week. 11. They pay for everything themselves. Cheerleaders pay for uniforms, up to $1,200, and beauty maintenance. Some fundraise or find sponsors. 12. They have makeup and beauty restrictions. Cheerleaders must wear makeup at all times. They've got to maintain a certain glammed-up look, even at practice. Hair must be styled in a certain way. 13. They typically don't get paid for hours spent cheering at games. Cheerleaders only make money for practice hours. 14. They have limited medical leave. Some squads only allow 3 to 6 weeks of medical leave for injury, surgery, or pregnancy. Being out longer can result in a demotion or dismissal. 15. They cannot publicly criticize the team or brand. This applies even after leaving the squad, but many have come forward anyway, and that's how we know all this.